Warm welcome. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. We come to you right now from Chhapra, and we begin with the latest news break that is coming in where Bihar elections are concerned. It does seem RJD had a bit of an issue with their camp, and the latest coming in is that the party has expelled 10 RJD leaders for anti-party activities. They've been ousted for 6 years. Earlier, RJD had expelled 27 leaders, and total till now 37 RJD netas have been expelled in just the last 3 days alone. It's been a big move by RJD just ahead of the Bihar polls. The latest, of course, that is coming in is just a few hours ago for anti-party activities. The RJD has now expelled 10 more leaders. I want to connect right now to my colleague Rohit Singh, who's joining us for more details. Rohit, what more can you add? What was the reason?
Well, see, RJD has taken action against 10 of its party leaders. One of them is a sitting MLA who has been denied a ticket, and he is contesting elections as an independent, and 3 former MLAs also. They have also been expelled from the party apart from the rest. And basically, the party has taken action against all these 10 RJD leaders for indulging into anti-party activities. And what we know is that several of these leaders, in fact, who were denied tickets, have filed a nomination to fight elections as an independent, whereby they are going to damage the RJD's poll prospect in various constituencies. And that is why the party has considered this as an anti-party activity and has taken action and expelled 10 party leaders from the party for 6 years, out of which 4 of them are, one of them is the sitting MLA and 3 are former MLAs. Back to you.
All right, Rohit, appreciate you joining us for that big update. We're going to keep a keen eye on all developments coming in. The latest is that the RJD has expelled 10 more leaders. That takes the count over 30 for the RJD in the last 3 days. A fair amount of rebellion that they've been facing. And in terms of 30 leaders now expelled by the 37 in all, expelled from the RJD as for anti-party activities. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to come back, get you more from Bihar, but let's shift focus. Something which was started in Bihar is now finding opposition dissent across the country, and that is the SIR. Well, the Election Commission just a few days has announced that there will be a nationwide SIR that will be taking place. Certain political parties and certain governments of states that will go into elections next year have raised now very, very strong objections. Mamata Banerjee is one of them. Alongside, you have the DMK, Mr. Stalin.
जब तक ममता बनर्जी है, बीजेपी का बाप का क्षमता नहीं है यहाँ पर एनआरसी कर.
Kolkata Mayor Firhad Hakim issued a fiery warning to the BJP and the Election Commission, pointing to the CAA camps organized by the BJP in Bengal. He alleged a conspiracy to link the special intensive revision of voter rolls in the state with the Citizenship Amendment Act.
एक भी जेन्युइन वोटर का नाम अगर कटा तो हम लोग को SRI का आप जितना भी करें उसका विरोध हम करेंगे. दूसरा जो CIA का नाम से जो कैंप हो रहा है, ये इलेक्शन कमीशन और इनके गांठ-साठ में अगर हो रहा है, इसका खिलाफ हम लोग करेंगे. दरकार होने से उनका पांव तोड़ दिया जाएगा. जब तक ममता बनर्जी है, बीजेपी का बाप का क्षमता नहीं है यहाँ पर एनआरसी करें.
The SIR process, first implemented in Bihar earlier this year, triggered massive controversy as it led to the deletion of nearly 66 lakhs of names from the voter list of the poll-bound state. Opposition parties alleged that the exercise that would now be carried out in 12 states was aimed at disenfranchising the poor and minorities.
We've seen what they've done in Bihar and how they have implemented the SIR over there. And if that's what they're going to do in every state, then it is an affront to democracy, and we have to fight it.
DMK has called the process a backdoor attempted by BJP and its arch-enemy AIADMK to win Tamil Nadu in 2026.
SIR செயல்பாட்டை விழிப்போடு கண்காணிக்கணும். உண்மையான வாக்காளர்கள் எல்லோரும் வாக்காளர் பட்டியல் இடம்பெறணும். அதை உறுதி செய்ய வேண்டியது உங்கள் பொறுப்பு.
Samajwadi Party has decided to appoint senior party workers as SIR PDA Prahari. They are to keep a watch on the voter list revision exercise and ensure that genuine names from Pichda or backward, Dalit and minority communities in Uttar Pradesh do not get removed. The Election Commission, on the other hand, has already started to prepare its ground mechanism to start the SIR process from 4th November. 51 crore voters across 12 states and union territories will be part of the scanning process for the month-long drive.
We have started the schedule as given by the Election Commission of India. The main activities there would be meeting with the political parties, printing of the enumeration forms, as well as having various trainings, which we've already discussed with the district collectors and DOs today.
The special intensive revision will take place in Kerala, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. The Election Commission on Monday has clarified that the other poll-bound states in 2026, Assam will not be part of the SIR 2.0 as the NRC process is still going on there. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, viewers, so disenfranchisement of voters or cleanup, sanitization of the voter list. Let's take this question to our panelists this evening. Joining me is Mr. A. Sarvanan, National Spokesperson DMK, Dolly Sharma, National Spokesperson Congress, Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, and Tausif Rehman, National Spokesperson TMC. I want to begin with the TMC and the DMK because both parties have launched strong objection to the SIR to be conducted across nations, especially in their state, beginning with the TMC spokesperson. Right in the beginning, one of the main contentions was, Mr. Rehman, that most political parties had no problem, and this was something that was even put forth in court with the process of SIR. It was the timing in Bihar because it was too close to election. But SIR now, if conducted in West Bengal, is not too close to election. So what really is the problem?
Ma'am, good evening to everyone. Ma'am, see, the problem is it's not about SIR, silent, invisible rigging. It's all about a hypocrisy. When I say hypocrisy, ma'am, you have to give me a little bit of time so I can explain you. First, I want to show to your viewers this map. I mean, this is the map. It says Bangladesh and all the connected borders. So the borders is not only West Bengal, ma'am. The borders are West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. But where are we starting the SIR? We are starting from Bengal. And why? Because somehow they claim that 1 crore Rohingya and Bangladeshis are staying in Bengal. Ma'am, in the northeast region of India, we share borders with both Bangladesh and Myanmar. If we look at Bangladesh, it is surrounded by 5 Indian states, Bengal, Meghalaya, Assam, Tripura and Mizoram. However, the special intensive revision SIR is being carried out only in Bengal, while the other 4 states have been exempted. Why? Now let's look at Myanmar. It shares its border with 4 Indian states, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. People coming from Myanmar are referred to as Rohingyas. Absolutely fine. The BJP leaders claim that there are 1 crore Rohingyas in Bengal. But as anyone can see on the map, as I showed you, ma'am, Bengal does not even share a border with Myanmar. If Rohingyas are entering India, it would be through one of these 4 states. So the question is, what exactly is the ACI's intention? If we stated purpose of the SIR is to stop illegal infiltration, then the process must begin at the borders. I mean, that is where it should be checked. If a Rohingya were to reach Bengal, ma'am, they would have to pass through one of these 4 border states first. Then why have these states been exempted on the very first place from SIR? Bangladesh and Myanmar together share borders with 8 Indian states. Yet the SIR is being conducted only in Bengal. Why, man? Why this selective targeting? The motive is clear, Preeti ji.
No, but
the motive is clear
the Election Commission says that the SIR will be conducted across the country, and the process has already started. It's not just in Bengal, it happened in Bihar as well, and it's going to happen in multiple states in a phase-wise manner. I want to bring in Mr. Saravanan from the DMK, because the other party that has raised strong objections to it. And I'll hark you back to what's happening in court, Mr. Saravanan, because political parties from Bihar who have opposed, and other, who have opposed it, has opposed SIR primarily on the basis of the timing, that it was too close to elections. But that is not the case where your state is also concerned, like Bengal.
Our elections are slated to be held in April 2026, and we are not even 6 months away from the elections. The way they are trying to show it, 1 month, and our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has pointed out that this is the monsoon season, and people in the entire state of Tamil Nadu, and people will be put to great hardships. And how come the political parties will be able to finish it off within a month? Earlier, this SIR used to happen, and there used to be sufficient time. The only question is this: why have they not announced this SIR immediately after 2024 across the country, so that there would have been an uniform process and everybody would have been able to take part in an objective way? That was how it was carried out earlier. But BJP, they wanted to test Bihar, test the waters of Bihar, and they have become successful. They have disenfranchised 69 lakh voters, and 33% of them are Muslims. And disproportionately, women voters have been pushed out because of this SIR exercise. They want to replicate this across the country, and that is why we are opposing it. It is against democracy. The BJP is very well aware that the minorities are not going to vote for them, the women are not going to vote for them, the SC, STs and the OBCs are not going to vote for them. That is why high number of votes that has been pushed out in Bihar is from these communities. And they want to do this across the country. And nowhere earlier, this SIR is used to be an inclusionary practice. Now the thrust is on exclusion. Fine, 2002, 2003, your name is there. Okay, now they've said, okay, if your relative is there, fine, you will be included. If not, it is incumbent upon the voter to provide the details.
Sir, you've timed out. I'll circle back to you. I want to bring in Sanju Verma into this conversation. Sanju Verma, let's flip the debate there. One of the main reasons for the SIR to be held was outsiders, Ghuspatia. Now, results are out in Bihar. The Election Commission is yet to tell us whether or not there were any Ghuspetias involved or outsiders that have been identified. Because at least prima facie, it seems that they weren't there. And if you do look at the names of the voters cut, the DMK does have a point spokesperson here. He says very clearly, and that has happened in Bihar for the first time, you can see a huge drop in the number of women voters. There were always more women that voted in Bihar, at least on the basis of the voter list. And if you look at the voter list today, men and women are practically equal. So a huge chunk of the women voters have come down post-SIR.
Preeti, I hope my timer starts now. First and foremost, let's get one thing very clear. The Supreme Court has clearly said, is the SIR a democratic exercise? Yes. Is the SIR a valid exercise? Yes. Is the Election Commission within its ambit to conduct the SIR via Article 326 of the Constitution? Yes, because Article 326 says no eligible voter should be left out and no ineligible voter should be on the voter rolls. Did the Supreme Court say that the Election Commission has the right to conduct periodic revision of electoral rolls? Yes. Was an SIR conducted when the Congress was in power in the center in Bihar in 2003? Yes. Was the SIR conducted in Delhi in 2006 when the Congress was in power in the center? Yes. Was the SIR conducted in Uttarakhand in 2008 when the Congress was in power in the center? Yes. So if the SIR was valid in 2003, 2006, 2008, I fail to understand why the noise when the SIR is being conducted in Bihar and will be conducted likewise in 12 other states in 2025, 2026. मतलब कांग्रेस करे तो सही है, बीजेपी करे तो हाहाकार. I'm sorry, this selective amnesia, selective outrage will not work. The second point I want to make is this. In May 2024, the Niti Aayog said between 1950 and 2015, in those 65 years, the Hindu population fell by 7.82%, from 84.68% to 78.06%, while the Muslim population rose from 9.84%. It rose by 43.15%. And not this entire 43.15% was organic. This is what the Niti Aayog says. It says a large part of the growth was inorganic, and the SIR will weed out inorganic growth thanks to Ghuspetiyas.
Ma'am, you've timed out. Ma'am, you're quoting a Niti Aayog study, but let's just look at what the SIR results say in the state of Bihar, and I'll circle back to you for your 2 minutes, because the SIR results clearly seem to suggest it's not that a huge chunk of Muslim voters have been cut. Actually, a lot of number of women voters have been cut. And on the other hand, when you talk about illegals, outsiders, Ghuspetiyas, there aren't really any that have been identified, which is worth mentioning in terms of sheer numbers. Either the Election Commission comes and gives out those numbers. I'll circle back to you, but Dolly Sharma, I will come back to that same question that I raised earlier with the TMC as well as the DMK. The main contention was what? That the timing was off, it was happening too close, which was about 3 months before elections in the state of Bihar. And that's why the exercise should not be conducted. That's not the case. You're going into elections in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal all the way in April. Now, are you against sanitization of voter lists? Because that is a process that should and needs to be done. Purification of voter lists is something that is needed in this country.
Yeah. Preeti, from day one, before the Bihar elections also, before the Bihar SIR also, time and again we were telling the same thing, that the question is on the timings. The timings, why they are being done now. Like, for example, you have seen in Bihar, Election Commission of India did not disclose the voter list. Time and again we were asking them how many number of Ghuspetiyas you have found in the voter list of Bihar, please name them. And it is not the duty of Election Commission of India to check who is a citizen of this country, who is not the citizen of this country. This is the duty of the Home Ministry of this country, number one. Number two, like she said, during UPA's regime, 90,000 non-residents, non-Indians were deported. You tell me how many of them are deported during NDA's time. It is only merely 2,500. They shout a lot, but they do nothing when it comes to throwing the Rohingyas out. Number one. Secondly, more importantly, you tell me, people today who wants to vote, there were so many objections, lakhs and lakhs of objections which were filed. Election Commission is not answering them. Pawan Khera ji has done a press conference. Our other leaders have done press conferences. Our leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi ji, has openly told in front of the entire media. He did a press conference and asked several questions, but there is no answer that we have got from the Election Commission of India. And fairly, today, like whatever we have seen in Bihar, everybody, whether it is DMK, whether it is any party, ruling or non-ruling in this country, is really in today's time and age, they're thinking what they're going to do with their states.
Ma'am, your time is up. And press conferences and political posturing is very different. There is something entirely else with what the top court of the country has said, where this exercise is concerned. And interesting in that as well is that the political parties that have appealed, that have petitioned, don't seem to give the points of view that you're giving right now, because they were okay with the entire process. The main contention was the timing of it all. But allow me to give 2 minutes each to all of you, your final 2 minutes to put your party's point of view forward. I'd cut across to the TMC first. You have 2 minutes to give your point.
Preeti ji, the problem is the SIR is not about an electoral list. They just want to segregate India. They want to segregate the people of India. They want to insult the Bengal and the Bengalis. So this is the reason why they have opted for Bengal. They're not going for Assam. The BJP's dangerous obsession with the divisive exercise like NRC, CAA, and now SIR is driving innocent people to despair, ma'am. I mean, in Panihati, if you see, 57-year-old Pradeep Kar ended his life just because of, and he was thinking about NRC, leaving behind a note that read, NRC is responsible for my death. I mean, in Kuch Bihar, another man attempted suicide, terrified that the SIR drive would blame him an outsider in his own land. I mean, you can see the fear-mongering, and who's creating this? Because the things happened in Bihar, because of this Gyanesh Kumar, this all blunder is done by Election Commission of India. The BJP must answer how many more lives will be lost before they stop weaponizing citizens for votes. I mean, this is the same citizen who voted for BJP, who brought a big mandate, bought Narendra Modi and became a prime minister, and now they are saying these people are outsider.
So your time is up. I'd like to cut across to the DMK. Mr. A. Saravanan, you have 1 minute to put your party's point forward.
See, when they say that the Niti Aayog report points out that inorganically the Muslim population has gone up, who's responsible? Is it not Mr. Amit Shah who's responsible to cut down illegal immigrants? Is he giving a confession that he's an incompetent home minister? What are they trying to drive at? They are hinting at their own incompetence and say, to cover up their own incompetence, we are trying to bring this. And yet another important aspect is, the earlier SIR was entirely different when compared to what they are trying to do now. It is not an intensive revision. What they are doing is summary dismissal, summary deletions without any basis. Earlier, they used to go door to door and have the voters list. Now, the onus is on the voter to provide. And earlier, there was no penalty. But now, within 1 month, if you are not there, the name is deleted. You can't vote. There is no other way forward. This is
Mrs.
how
Saravanan,
draconian this SIR
I believe you've timed out. I'd like to give this 1 minute to Sanju Verma to put her point forward. Go ahead, Ms. Verma.
Preeti, let's get one thing very clear. The TMC and DMK giving certificates on governance to BJP, Narendra Modi and Amit Shah is laughable. The Union Home Minister does not need lessons in governance from pair panelists of TMC and DMK. DMK has forgotten about the Karur tragedy where so many lives were lost and M.K. Stalin was caught snoozing at the wheel. And the TMC has forgotten the Arjikar horror, the South Law College Kolkata rape horror, the Durgapur horror. So don't sit here and give lectures to the BJP. And as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, let me say one thing. The SIR exercise started in June 2025 on the 24th of June. By 20th of July, booth level data was shared with all political parties. By August 20th, draft list was out. By 30th September, final list was out. The Congress has more than 17,000 BLAs and not a single objection was filed. Not a single counter claim was filed. Khera said, "Humne 89 lakh complaints."
Okay, ma'am, I believe your time is up. Okay. I'm not in a studio. I have to take cues. Your time is up. I'd like to give this 1 minute to the Congress spokesperson. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, Preeti, I would like to ask, has India reached to a point where the government selects the voter instead of voters selecting the government? Because whatever they are saying, we have seen Prime Minister speaking in lengths, but when it comes to this exercise, the Prime Minister is silent. He is not able to speak a single word. Has it not been a matter of concern for the Prime Minister? Why is he silent when every party is speaking on the deletions? You know, we have first time seen that 80 rupees given to per deletion of vote. Rupees 80. And who is saying we have not given objections? Lakhs objections were filed. But who is answering? Nobody is answering. You know that the ECI, Chunav Ayog has become Chuna Ayog. वो चूना लगा रहे हैं पूरे देश की जनता को. कोई सवाल पूछता है opposition party, they are not bothered at all. They are not answering. They are not.
1 second. Okay, ma'am, your time is up. I believe your time is up. Ms. Dolly Sharma, your time is up, but I just want to ask you one very quick question. Who is paying 80 rupees? What source are you referring to for per deletion of votes? One line, ma'am.
See, it was, yeah. There were many sources. And on the television also, Preeti, you must have seen 80 rupees were paid for per deletion.
No, ma'am. No. Please don't quote. No. But okay. I don't know who your source is. I just want to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for all four of you for joining us. We are going to leave it at that. And move on to our next big story that we're tracking all the way in Bihar, which is developing in Delhi. And what's not developing, though, in Delhi is rain despite cloud seeding. It does seem that IIT Kanpur has now abandoned the second attempt of cloud seeding because they think that the atmospheric conditions are just not conducive enough. Fair amount of money was spent in the first round itself.
Delhi's desperate bid to wash away its toxic air has quite literally fallen flat. A day after cloud seeding failed to bring in any rain, the operation has been put on hold, with IIT Kanpur citing low moisture levels over the city. As the smog thickens and pollution climbs, the question now is, can science really save Delhi from its choking skies? The IIT Kanpur team, which led Tuesday's cloud seeding operation, confirmed that the cloud seeding schedule for Wednesday had to be suspended due to insufficient moisture in the clouds.
Prediction for today was that there will be clouds with the higher moisture content, but today morning that was revised, that the moisture content is going to be even lower than yesterday. So we therefore have decided not to go ahead today. Instead, we'll wait for an opportune moment, which hopefully we'll get in next few days, and then we try again.
While the skies remain dry, the air remains deadly. On Wednesday afternoon, Delhi's air quality index hovered between 300 and 330, firmly in the very poor category. Sprinklers and anti-smog guns were deployed across key stretches like Lodi Road as authorities scrambled to bring some relief from the smog. Meanwhile, the politics over pollution has once again heated up. The Aam Aadmi Party has launched a scathing attack on the Delhi government, calling the pollution control effort a PR stunt. The BJP, however, defends the project.
ये जो पूरी की पूरी सर्कस सिरकसाजी और रेखा गुप्ता चला रहे हैं, ये जो पूरी नौटंकी हो रही है आर्टिफिशियल रेन के नाम पे, ये नौटंकी ये अपने पैसे से करें, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पैसे से सर्कस करें, जोकर ज्यादा है सर्कस होगी, मगर पैसा दिल्ली का टैक्स पैसा नहीं लगेगा ना, दिल्ली का टैक्स पेयर क्यों पैसा दे उसका, अपनी सर्कस अपने पैसे से करो।
आईआईटी कानपुर के साथ लेकर एक प्लेन लिया, प्लेन मॉडिफाइड हुआ, मिशन बना, परमिशन ली, कोशिश की, ट्रायल हुई, पहली हुई, दूसरी हुई, आगे भी होंगी, तो यही तो तरीका था। लेकिन क्योंकि वो 10 साल में नाकाम रहे, इसलिए वो पॉलिटिकली तंज कसेंगे हमारे पे। और अगर आप ऐसा सोच रहे हैं, मैं नहीं सोच रहा, अगर आप ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि वो मुझे तगमा देंगे आके, वो कहेंगे रेखा गुप्ता जी सरकार ने कमाल कर दिया, ऐसा नहीं होने वाला।
For now, Delhi's cloud seeding has failed to make it rain, but it has certainly sparked a storm over accountability, science, and the city's continuing struggle to breathe. Bureau Report, India Today.